Alright, now I am here. See here, gonna try and do a little bit more for the stream as well. Alright, so how do I sound? Hopefully I sound decently clear. Yeah, how's it going, everyone? We are back working on more storyboards for the Divinity. Yeah, things have been going progressively, I'm doing okay. I have a bit more to do getting through this, but I'm not necessarily trying to completely rush. Very happy with my progress regardless, but I'll definitely get faster over time, get back in the swing of things. So yeah, I've been doing some drawing here and there today on like the iPad and stuff, so that was pretty cool, doing like figure drawing and whatnot. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Here's where we got to last time. Peep the Ninja Scroll DVD in this bag thing here. I don't know, thought it'd be funny. A friend of mine, Tavon, was like, yo, put a Ninja Scroll in there, in that bag. And I was like, oh, you got it. But yeah, today's been a pretty chill day. I finally was able to try out doing, what was it, I made some, I guess people pronounce it salmon. Made some salmon in an air fryer, and it turned out pretty good. I was surprised. Air fryers seem to be, I don't know, it's pretty good. I hope people start putting more instructions for air fryers on things, like on the packaging. Oh yeah, I don't know if I got to say this the other day, but I had gotten my my second shot, my COVID shot, and so far nothing too crazy as far as symptoms go. But I would say right now I got the sniffles. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a thing. Yeah, I realized the other day, I was like, man, I really like the design of these cloaks that I gave my characters. I think they look pretty cool. But also, it makes me want to like do more research and like really represent them well, Because even though they're like, they have like, they give you a character a different like type of presence. It, you can also say that they cover up a certain amount of the body. I usually still, draw the body underneath of the cloak to make sure that I'm representing how it would lay on the body well. But I still have to do even more. Uh, look at more references to make sure that I'm doing that a certain way. That way it works well. And my game looks pretty cool right here. I think I'm okay with that overlap. Got some R appearing over here. Does anyone use Procreate? I think that's a decent question. Or I guess even better question, if you're an artist and you're in chat right now, what's you guys' favorite art programs, and what type of art do you do with it? If you guys hear, wait, maybe I can just turn my own volume up and see if I can hear it. Okay, I don't think I could hear it much at all. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so you kind of can hear it. People are, if you guys hear any popping sounds, people are outside, doing the whole fireworks celebration thing, because they have them. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I still mainly enjoy Clip Studio. Clip Studio got a new update recently, and I think the update is good. It seems to be centered around making brushes more versatile. So actually, let's see. Right now I'm using the darker pencil. I'll remember that. And the pencils they gave us, or the tools that they gave us, were like, let's see. So they gave us a few to play with, right? So here's like wet wash or something, right? That's how that goes down. Right, I'm pressing pretty softly here. And then this is how that works there. As you can see, it's kind of like real-time moving or something. It's not just going down and staying down flat. It actually has like some more life to it. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the brushes that they had given us. From what I can tell, it seems like each brush will have a dual thing that it can kind of do or accomplish. This is like watercolor splash, right? And again, I'm pressing very softly here, and then you can kind of press harder, and like that's what happens. To me, I guess a lot more people will be familiar with like how Procreate's brushes work. To me, this is closer or around the same amount as kind of like how what is it called? Painter. How Painter works. If you guys are familiar with the digital program Painter. Yeah. I like the look. It's pretty cool. This is me at 100% for some freaking reason. I usually don't like to be that zoomed in. But, yeah. What else? I think they had a pencil they gave me, but I am usually not impressed with certain people's pencils. I've been enjoying someone. Oh, here's one that I like, right? This is a pen that they made. It's a brush pen. And, like, I don't know if you guys can see the icon on the screen. But, like, basically, this is me using it softly. Oh, you guys can't probably even see that. Let me see. Zoom in a bit. So this is me using it, like, softly here. And this is me gradually getting like that. But the cool thing is, since you can see the shape now, you can be like, alright, well, I know if I do a movement like this, I'm going to get a thick line, right? And if I do a movement like this, I'm going to get a thin line. So you can kind of play with that a bit. That's pretty cool. You can do some cool stuff with that. Yeah, I like this pin set. This is gonna, reinvigorate more people to like create more things for Clip Studio, so that's really cool. We already got, I think, Procreate, well, not Procreate, we already got Photoshop support for those types of brushes, and that's really awesome. And now we also have more capabilities to create more versatile brushes, which I guess will be competitive with like Procreate and other softwares and stuff like that. I think this will be really good for people who like to use pencil tools. Well, technically, I guess every tool, right? Because if I can now see my brush edge, then now when I look, like when I'm actually drawing on my surface here, I can actually see to some degree the type of tip that I'm using. Instead of having to memorize what type of tip it is, I can actually know exactly what it is because I can see it on my screen. So that's pretty darn cool. So you can do more of that. You could already like make your tip like viewable, but it didn't have such versatility, So that's what you get now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I wonder what people are going to be creating with it, It's like, I'm not really one of those types who... I want to, right? Eventually I'm going to start experimenting more. And I'm going to basically go like, okay, I want to start creating brushes and things of that nature. But right now, I'm more like, like, if someone already has those tools available, then I'll go out of my way to just purchase them. Or I will ask a friend how to do something. But I'm eventually going to get to the point where essentially I will be experimenting like that more often. Weird. I thought this was that. Guess I'm on the wrong layer. Must be this one. Yep. It makes me wonder, could I actually use this to draw right now? I think it requires a little bit too much control for me. It's very much similar to like a real pen. Like it's gonna... I can do this stuff with it, right? But I think it requires a little bit too much control from me. Or maybe I like it. I don't know. It's still like, it's like this chunky pen, I guess. I feel like the guy isn't like actually thick enough here. Let's see. But yeah, I don't think I'll end up using this pen for right now. I think it's a good pen, but I'll probably stick to what I was using before, which is, yeah, this right here, the darker pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and control this and make sure it's smaller and thinner and whatnot. These drawings here are quite small. Okay, what? Alright. I have like a field in front of my house, essentially, where people just do whatever. So people are doing the fireworks. I don't know why I placed this guy over here and this guy's be over here. So we got these guys turning around, walking away. Well, yeah, I don't know. Every couple of months, I kind of go into the Clip Studio store thing, and I kind of go ahead and just see if there's anything like I want to experiment with. So I can basically be able to like, you know, update my art and stuff like that. You know, I like to be able to support people who are creating different tools for people to use, and yeah, if I end up liking them, I'll eventually like make some sort of shout out or maybe even a list of like some of my favorite tools or some of my favorite creators who make these type of items for people to download and check out and experiment with. I think that would be pretty cool. One second. I have returned. But yeah. Let's see. I think today's stream should be able to work a lot smoother than yesterday's. Today I even made sure that I checked to see if my audio was working and everything. So that's great. And I feel decent. I think eventually I'm gonna start off stream again with some practice and whatnot. Right now I just haven't done that yet. Just been kind of like holding on to the things I've been practicing by myself. I don't like the way this guy's silhouette and whatnot look. This is dry ink. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I like experimenting and checking out different things. I feel like even though Clip Studio was definitely built to kind of like help out comic book artists and things of that nature, and obviously painting, I feel like it has a lot of good qualities to it, which I'm consistently trying to figure out. It's a bunch to learn. Try to keep a certain amount of experimentation going while also being able to produce like work. That way I can like be consistent with that work, but also like my work won't stagnate completely because I'm still figuring out things that I can do. Okay, got this guy in the foreground here. I'm gonna put the bag joint on his back. Alright. So like 100% here. One thing I find is like, I've said this before though, when it comes to like faces, when you have to crop them, it's better to almost start off with like a complete face. So let's see here, if I were to do this the way I think I should do this, be like make a new layer, right? And we go ahead and I could even turn this into a different color if I'd like to. Doing this. Change the color to like red or something. And now I can just be like, okay, like I need like his whole head structure here. I can also reference it here. Wait, no, right there. This is the guy I'm drawing. Shop owner guy, or not necessarily shop owner, but more so like he has some goods that he sells, and that's in this area. Okay, so I'm gonna make the head structure here. I'm just gonna throw my lines until I feel like I've got the good basis for whatever I need down here. I'm gonna put the camera kind of underneath. Extend this chin a bit. Okay, and the thing comes across around this area here. Okay. Okay, have some decent lines here. Start erasing away some things here and there. Alright, we got some lines on them that give them some age. Face seems a little bit wider, so I'm going to do that. Here's a random fact of information, or something I saw anyway. The guy who draws Yu-Gi-Oh! I think his name is Kazuki Takahashi, or Kazuki Takahashi. I've seen him draw on like some sort of video format that I saw some time ago. And I noticed he doesn't really erase anything from what I could tell much. He just kind of overlaps. He just kind of goes over and over and over until he gets what he wants on there. And then you can just ink directly on top of that. This will be here. Some sort of small amount of dialogue here. Okay, back to, what is it, this one? No, this one? Yeah. Now we have to put the, we're gonna fix this guy's eyebrows, that here. Why did I bring that up? Oh, because I am definitely not built that way. Still, I mean, I think the funny thing, right, is that you could say that, which means I'm literally going against what I just said about myself, but you could say that, but honestly, it's more like people are just trying different methods that you just didn't put enough time and effort into. Some people try to draw like Kim Jong-gi for about like a week or so, or whatever, or maybe they don't. Maybe they try for a day or a few days and go like, I can't do it. You know, it's too difficult. I haven't tried very long to draw similarly to Kim Jong-gi. A part of me is just like, you know, what would I gain? And I know it took me a while to figure it out, but I feel like I know exactly what I'd gain. What I'd at least gain is the ability to start off with a better drawing. Like, what am I looking at here? Like, basically, the initial thought process of me putting something on the paper might end up being better. So I might waste less time, but honestly, there's so many moving parts that go into a picture that it's almost kind of like, I don't know, it's almost kind of like, it makes me feel like I would have to work to create every single thing. Like, I already do that, but it'd be like, I guess it's like the amount of time it would take me to get good and decent at it would take too much time. So I don't really sit around and try that. What I do try to understand is like looking at notes and things of that nature and different methods like that, where I'm more so trying to understand three-dimensional shapes and moving them in space and things of that nature. Like, I think that even though I'm not going to go that route, I think that flipping the cube in space experiment is actually a good experiment. It's something that you should definitely practice if you haven't already. Alright, so here we are. So I'm going to actually extend this a bit, like this, right? That way, this guy's face is like the biggest thing here. So I'm going to put this here, cut off that top part there, so he's well placed there. Click OK. So now, I can obviously just, well, let me go ahead and chop this part of his head off. About right here, I guess. That'd be good. So down here, it's like my cutoff area anyway for the page. And since this is where I want everything to be, that's how that would fit, right? Go ahead and turn this back to the color it was, which is blue. But yeah, with this like this, right, I can essentially be like, okay, this guy's head now takes up, he has probably one of the biggest faces, if not the biggest head on the whole entire page. So the real estate I've given to how he feels about whatever he's saying right here gets like prominence here. That means that whatever's about to happen next, you know, is you know, has a certain amount of weight to it. Which is what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So now we're back here to this panel. We have him reaching and grabbing something. Grabbing for something. And I have his hand right here. Maybe I should actually, I mean, it doesn't need to be like so epic or something. Alright, so we got him reaching here. Kind of want to portray an apple here. That's what I'm kind of going for. So this could be pretty cool. This guy is reaching over, he's grabbing an apple. Okay. Some emphasis on this hand here. Put like a shadow here as soon as this comes back. I think that's pretty good. Could also technically blur this here. Let's see. So that could be cool. We'll look basically right past those and look at what has the most contrast, which his hand has a bunch of that contrast. So that's decent there. Yo, where are all the comments at? Hey Tavon, you are what the comment box was waiting for. But nah, man, hope you're doing okay, man. How you feeling? Happy to hear that, man. Alright, now we're over here to this panel, or this page, right? Oh no, this again. How do I make that go away again? What do you, click it? Yeah. Alright, so this is around 50%. 50% is decent. I can do something with that. Okay. So in this part of the scene here, we're going to be having this guy, you know, essentially be like, you know, hey guys, such and such, you know, he's going to be calling out to these guys who are walking past, or walking away, more so. He's going to be throwing something at them. I want to make this feel like it's fast, right? That's what I want to focus on here. So when I draw this in, I'll actually keep this more so sketchy, like as long as I have the shapes for what I need. Like, okay, this is an elbow, this guy's other part is arm, you know. As long as I have that, I'll be fine. Because what I'm going to really do is make this a, I guess people call it a kinetic drawing. Dude, remove the ninja scroll box art. Why? Don't you like it? It's a ninja scroll. Oh man. It's awesome though, right? Yeah. I don't know. I actually really enjoyed that movie. Of course I drew on that layer, of course I did. Do. Let's go ahead and cut and paste it and turn it off. Yeah. Oh yeah, if anyone is new here, make sure you subscribe. Been doing this, well, I'm doing this every weekday again. Had to take a month off because things got really busy. But back now, doing this every single weekday. So 5 streams a week. I think that's a bit unusual for YouTube, but I've seen some other people also streaming a bunch on YouTube as well, so that's cool. Alright, so we want these things here to have some sort of movement there. I thought it was stuck. Nah. Yeah, what else was I saying? I was saying I want to make this. Oh, did I say subscribe? Subscribe. I don't know. I want to make this like a moving drawing, right? If you've ever seen those, those parts in comics where they just use the really thin lines. Let's see if I go to mechanical, right? And you just see something like this, and it's just made up of these really small lines here. It's kind of going to have that type of feeling to it. So that's what I'm going to be trying to prioritize here. This kind of a good thing because I'm drawing right now. I'm working and this expresses creativity. Same. I hope that's why a lot of people stay artists, Tevin. Because it allows them to express their creativity, you know? I guess it's possible for people to get jobs and not like their art very much. So it's definitely possible to do that. But I'm not there yet. I'm very much enjoying things that I'm doing. And then, if you guys ever seen in Naruto where like they throw the shuriken, I think it was like it'd be like that or something, you know. But Kishimoto would do like this type of thing just to give you the effect of like this is the sound of the objects leaving this person's hand type thing, and then it's like some sort of sound as you know as the objects close in on where they're supposed to go. It's pretty actiony. So I'll do something like that. This guy kind of leaned into that a bit more. Gonna have this joint right here. Oh, that looks weird. But yeah, recently I finished Blade of the Immortal. Definitely has some really good parts in Blade of the Immortal. I enjoyed it a bunch. I have a lot of characters in there that I like these characters a lot. The fight scene sequence stuff is actually really cool, and I learned that Kishimoto was inspired by Blade of the Immortal, and I'm pretty sure a part of the reason why he draws fight scenes the way he draws them, or drew them, is because of Blade of the Immortal. Maybe I shouldn't have him say anything right here, actually. It might be the better choice. We have these guys walking away. Hey, how's it going, man? How have you been? I don't think I'll be using those specific sound effects, but those are cool. I always wondered, Japanese sound effects have the word blam? I wonder. Sometimes you see the kanji and it looks really cool. And you're like, man, I wonder what that says. But then you get the American translation and you think that it's different. It's probably nothing as lame as blam. Makes you wonder, do they have blam? Aw, man, they probably don't. But I actually love the way the Japanese sound effects work when I think about it, right? The way I like to do sound effects is instead of using whole words like boom and blam and pow, I like to just use letters that make sounds next to each other. And I think that that's really cool because, I don't know, for some reason it feels more versatile and it's more visceral. It's probably blam, but not in... It's probably blam, but in Japanese. Yes. Shashin pow pow. Yes, that's a great example, yes. Yeah, the SKRT, yes. Basketball, it would just be, someone put something in the hoop. SWSH. I think that just, for me, works better. I think it's cool, has a lot more versatility, in my opinion. And I honestly just like the way it feels. I should use it. I probably will. Because there are automobiles and things like that in this story somewhere. So I will be doing that. Alright, so this is pretty easy. Let's go to a different layer here. And I know that what I'm going to do is do like some sort of speed lines here. Technically, yeah. So what we're going to do is just kind of aim the audience directly where we want them to look. So even though we're reading this from here to there, these lines tell us, alright, we know you want to go here to there, but go back there, right? So you would go like, you would actually start here from the top of the page, going from right, going to left, right? And then you would go back to the right because the focal point is here, because of the objects that were thrown to characters here. And then when you go down, we're here. So that's pretty cool. It should be manga about a person making a manga, and then the artist gets lost in his thoughts and has daydreams about the storylines. That way you can diversify the art and the story. I think that is a comic, or a comic similar to that. I think it is a comic drawn and written, maybe not written, I'm not sure. Satoshi Kon wrote a comic called Opus, O-P-U-S. And I think that was kind of similar to it, except the things that the characters thought about were starting to kind of come to life, and they had to actually deal with it. So, yeah, I think that does kind of exist. That's awesome. Wait, I walked in this live stream late. What's happening? That long post was in response to your bear spooka. But tight. Bear spooka. Oh. Ah. I'm making a manga. What should it be about? Oh. You're making a manga. What should it be about? Bear, you should definitely write about whatever you think is interesting, and like, make it about something that you find really interesting, and not just from manga you've read or something like that. Like, for example, if you like sci-fi as a genre, if you like science fiction movies, if you find certain things really interesting, like medieval history or something like that, you know, if you find that stuff almost like really like endlessly interesting, and there's something you want to tell there, do the research to figure out how people enjoy those types of stories, and do your best and just put out some content. Don't try to make it perfect. Do your best to like get it out there, and then from there decide if you enjoyed making that, and then choose whether or not you're going to keep going or not. The main character should be called Spooka. So this guy has his arm up. Why did I have this like this exactly? Collarbone. No problem. The family's doing just fine. Kids have passed their homeschooling again. That also happened in May. So that was good. Always feels like pressure builds up around that time or something. But I usually worry for nothing. But yeah, kids are doing fine. Family's doing okay. I'm doing okay. My mom is just fine. Have you checked on your family? How are they? Should do a panel with the character coming out of the panel. Kids. What? Plural. You know, I've thought about doing all types of stuff like that, and I will, but I've learned through, I guess, some of the things that I find really like cool, that if you're gonna do something like that, in order to really make it memorable, you gotta really attach it to the story. And that's the type of like stuff I'm on right now in my head. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but it's not gonna be as impactful if I just do it for no reason. When I actually do it because like this, like I want to evolve the story based on things like that. And I think that would be just really fascinating to see. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, yes, I have 2 children now. Fam's cool. My mom's fine. Daniel's good. I have no idea. I thought it was just the one kid for you two. Congrats again. Yeah, man, it's been yeah, 5 years. Uh, kids, yeah. What's your manga about? My manga, I'd rather not say. Um, Honestly, only reason is because, right, I already have around 200 pages out of it. If you want to read it, definitely check the description below in this video. There's a link to Tapas. It's pretty much similar to webtoon. Just get on there. If you have an account, you can make. If you don't have an account, you can make one, or you can sign up with like Facebook or something like that, Google, and you can read it and tell me what you think. I can say that it definitely has action and adventure. Um, my main character is literally this guy right here, who I'm kind of talking through, and my secondary main character is the one on his shoulder. Yeah. I was saying to just do something random, like a Deadpool scene where the main talks to the audience randomly, midway during a serious fight, like comic relief. Ah, I understand. Oh yeah, have you started drawing again, man? I felt like I saw you draw something either on like some sort of video or something before, some time ago. I was like, oh snap, like he's drawing again. That's cool. If you are. I'll check the manga out. I haven't gotten around to it. I've seen most of the pages though. Got that connect back in the page, man. Word. Alright, so here, since this guy has a forward moving motion, or at least that's what I want to kind of demonstrate here, I'm going to kind of move his hair the other direction. So that'd be cool. We got like hairline. Just to move like this. Just join at the top. Could also make it like that as well. did something a while back. I do stuff here and there, just doodles. I feel like my skills improve when I put the pencil down. It just comes back like threefold. We need some competition. That'd be funny. That's weird. I actually feel like that too, but I really don't like taking breaks. I always feel better when I'm creating or working on something. But obviously life comes along and it's like, nope, put the pencil down. You're like, alright, can't really fight that. And then you come back and you're like, alright, like I have, it's almost like you allowed yourself to pick up or gain something else and be able to add it to what you're creating. So that's pretty cool. I can't actually draw that like that. He's a bit taller. As you guys can see, I'm literally like drawing this guy's like whole body in there, just because like it really just helps you like understand like what's going on with your figure. You know, even if you drew something and you're like, oh, here's my composition. This is how I want things to fit in the panel. It's like, yeah, but how does it actually work? You have to kind of think. In a lot of the art books, it's called draw through. You want to draw through the form, so you want to imagine the other side of objects and stuff like that, whether it be an arm, a leg, or whatever. If it's on the other side, it's better to kind of like draw it as well on the other side. That way you have a really good understanding of what the figure is doing, while the clothes sit on top of it, or the armor, or you know, whatever else, you know. It says you and some other artists need to do some collabs. Fight it out. Oh man. Yeah, man. So you feel it too. That's what I'm saying. It's weird, right? It is weird, because you would expect that if you just keep drawing, you keep practicing. I mean, I do know that I get better, but I also know that when I don't think it's necessarily that I completely come back over improved or something. It's more like, again, my mind had time to like a chance to breathe or something, and then when I come back, I think my priorities have changed a little bit. You know, it's almost kind of like, okay, we need to perfectly get down the way this head is drawn or something. Then after that, you're like, you know, I've been doing that forever. It's almost like you allow it to recede back in your head, so that you can like focus on something else that goes on the face, like expressions. You're like, okay, cool, I know what this well-structured object is, but also now I need to start putting on facial expressions and things of that nature. And if that's the case, then I don't need to like force myself to only think of this thing as being this you know, this one-sided argument of, hey, remember where all these things go placement wise. It's like you with Prismas, that came out of nowhere. It's not like you stopped for a while, nor like you didn't practice, but it came pretty natural for you. You guys never really stopped. Yeah, I love markers. I really love the feeling of markers. I've actually started to experiment with a lot of things, actually. At this point, I know how to use markers. I know I've been using like watercolor, paint brushes. I started using gouache recently. I put them down very quickly as well, not because of anything other than just being busy. But I really enjoyed them. I did a lot of natural things like backgrounds and stuff like that. I picked up a set of like the Ghibli paints. The brand is called Knicker, Knicker. That was interesting. They definitely feel like gouache. They operate that way anyway, so that's pretty cool. Okay. Trying to figure out where that drawing was going. Then I realized he was either stopping or creating an energy orb. It's the last time. Basically, in this picture, the guy thought this was gonna spin. There we go. The guy kind of threw them something right here. He's kind of over here. He's reaching for like some apples or something, right? And then basically, he's throwing them over there, and they automatically turn around and catch them because they're basically that good. There's a little hit spark, if you will, like in video games, right? A little hit spark where their hand hit the object that they're catching, and that's basically what you see there. Those little sparks, or those little identification marks that something just collided with something. Are you investing in any crypto? Get some Doge. Some of my friends are getting into that. I'm too poor, so I can't invest in crypto. But one day I'll get there. I'm still wondering where I was when everyone was getting into Bitcoin, and I would just, it's like, man, like, what happened to that? It's like, oh yeah, it's worth, like, a Bitcoin's now worth like 30,000 or something, and it's just like, geez, like, what was I, asleep? Like, what? Could have definitely gotten one. Guess it's weird. Like, you invest in something like the iPad or something, and you're like, yeah, because Apple, right? You see cryptocurrency, you're just like, I don't know what that is, but hopefully it does well. And then later you're just like, wait, that was going to be worth money later? Like, I didn't think it was going to be worth money later. I was not paying attention. It was fruit. What's that? Why did I just do that to this man's feet? Doge is cheap. Instead of keeping cash in the bank, put like 100 to 200 whenever you get a chance into different ones, and then just wait 3 to 5 years for them to blow up. Crypto is the future. I believe you. Still one of the smartest people I know. So we got this going on. I kind of don't want Okay, so this is what I'll do, right? This will be like this. Because they have to turn around anyway, right? So we're gonna like force the reader back this direction so that these things here are our focal point. And I'll probably use some sort of grayscale thing here. Yeah, so we can go ahead and add the what he's standing on. That would be odd though. So they're standing here. What direction are we looking up at them, right? So this is the floor, the ground area, whatever. It could be like that. Something like that. Remember Batman Beyond? If you remember the currency that was used in that series, it's literally going to be like that. As countries start to go cashless, I almost forgot that what cash looks like here. Everything is digital. The US is falling behind. Well, does that mean you have all your money in crypto, or? Nah, I don't believe that. That's not what you said. I actually don't remember Batman Beyond. I haven't watched it in a very long time, since I was a kid. And I don't remember that system, but I understand. There are some benefits to having or using cash, and it is mainly because bank systems in America are, anything can happen. They can freeze over your account, shut you out. You could be owning something and someone could come after you and start taking your money out because you owe money, and it's like, yeah, I'd rather not put all my money into a bank anyway. So it makes sense to have other forms of currency available, like cryptocurrency, but also cash is honestly still decent, in my opinion. Yeah, where are the whenever I get P, I put 100 into different crypto and popular text stats. Oh wow, that's what's up, man. I think that's a good strat. Definitely if it's working out for you. If he turns, what's that be like? It'll be like something like that. Tesla, which is probably going to be worth more than Amazon and Apple in the future. Wait, what? Oh, you put stocks into stuff like Tesla. Okay. Crypto is still in its infancy. I basically just play around with coins, make money, and then buy tech stocks. Oh, so you put money into cryptocurrency, and then after a while you take some of that money, you cash it out, and then you put that money into stocks. Because stocks are a legit thing, I guess, and I guess you could possibly make more money with stocks right now, since cryptocurrency could still flop here and there, or go down really far and not be worth much, but you could always cash out and put that stuff back into stocks, I guess, and stocks will eventually like pay you again, because stocks, and then you could choose to put that money back in cryptocurrency like in time later if you wanted to. I think that's how you're thinking about it as far as playing with coin. think his arm's too long here, actually. So I'll go ahead and increase that. Alright. Let's go ahead and erase out some other places here. I think I might extend this panel. But at the same time, it's supposed to seem like fast, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and start this process again. Just gonna be drawing this guy here. Stocks are less volatile because crypto is still young. People are just playing around with it like it's a casino. It's good to get in early to get a significant amount of coins. Take profits. More importantly, you have to take out your initial investment, and then everything else is just okay money. Why am I trying to do that? Okay. Oh wait, I can do that if I want to. Now he looks crazy. Play money. Jesus, why does that change like his whole face? It's so funny. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Now it looks a little too old there. Yeah, I'm gonna have some time to think about it until I make enough money to be able to afford to try out doing that. It doesn't seem like much money though, so that's a good part, getting into Doge. So again, some of my friends have been trying out Doge, and I've been, following how their progress has been going. So that's pretty good. Go ahead and move this thing out of the way. Oh wait, I have to actually do that. Move it. Right? It's like, oh man, like, looks like a whole different character, but at the same time, I know what I'm going for here. So it's like, yeah, his expression changing makes sense a bit. Because he's a bit like, oh snap, like, like, You guys sure you say who you guys sure you are who you say you are? That's pretty interesting. I don't remember ever seeing people with your supposed profession have those type of reflexes, man. I got in I got it in Doge at or I got in at Doge at 0.7. So it's nothing but profits for me at this time. Other people got in too late. So what you're saying is you just been paying attention, waiting for anything. I assume you check it out a bit and then you just jump into it. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, that seems like how things go. The earlier you jump into something, you're able to get a larger quantity of shares or something like that. Whereas though everyone else has to get a smaller amount because they didn't really help that thing exist. But you guys are almost like the founders or something. Not the founders, but like how you say like I forget what it's called, but you guys are like the first people to jump on something. So because of that, you guys get the first contract or one of the first contracts. Always gonna have better deals than everybody else later down the line. Looks like the psyched up Baylet. Oh, come on, man. Yo, psyched up Baylet be all like. Psyched up Baylet be all like. Yeah, the psyched up Baylet be all like, man, it'd be just like. Yeah, it's like the Baylet be stressed out, man. The Baylet be just losing it, man. Like, it's funny that Mr. Potato Head really do look like a Baylet, like when you think about it, man. Just be like, yo, like, be like, yeah, Baylet, yeah, and it's like it starts crying, it starts screaming and crying blood. You just like, yo, what's happening? Like, I actually don't remember. When the Baylet does that, does it have an audible scream sound? Does it be like, ah? Like, I don't know. I don't remember. I almost feel like the soundtrack gets too loud for me to remember if it has an audible scream or something. Time to turn this thing red. There we go. Never watched the anime? Oh man. I didn't, well, it's weird. I didn't watch the 1997 anime, but I watched the Golden Age movie arc thingies, and I thought they were pretty decent. But I do not remember if that thing had an audible sound. Yes, it would be scarier if it didn't. That's why I don't think. That's why I don't think it has one. Mira really was all like, "Let me optimize everything I do," you know. Like, imagine screaming and no one can hear you in a room full of people. Yeah, that's horrifying, right? Like, imagine, like, I don't even want to say it. It's a Shuri One Piece, but yeah, yeah, you can imagine a lot of things like that, right? Um, like, imagine blinking, right? And then next thing you know, everyone next to you is like dead, and you don't know what happened because you blinked. You're just like, I was just talking to someone. I blinked, and now they're gone, and their body is over there, and like, what happened? Like, you know, you're just like, you're super perplexed because it happened so fast and in an instant. You had no chance to react to it, and it's already over. You know. There's a bunch of creepy things like that that I think most human, you know, mental states can't possibly handle, and that is another thing. Something that is looking like it's screaming and in pain, having no sound. That doesn't make any sense. Kind of like this guy's face actually. Like, I like it a lot. I don't like his ear though. His ear looks a little off. Alright, so now we can actually adjust this and make this a bit smaller. Now I see that I have extended this thing here, and I'm just like, well, it's not so bad, but it's not the initial plan. But also wonder if I could still get what I want out of the scene regardless. So what I can do is kind of like, I can expand this a bit more, about like here. That's not bad. He already still has the biggest face there. He doesn't have to be so big. On the page is what I mean. He has the biggest face on the page. And what I can do is still end up giving him this good dialogue bubble that'll have a lot of the things he's saying in it, you know. And our cutoff point would be here, right? Oh yeah, if anyone's new here, be sure to subscribe. Almost at 200 subs. That's gonna be dope. Finally make it there. Also, if anyone is checking out the VOD or the video while it's up and not the live stream, make sure you subscribe if you like the content. Could be pretty helpful. Oh wow. What's a good thing you have them? The VPNs, I mean. I see ads for VPNs all the time on like everything. It's like, hey guys, today's sponsor is such and such VPN. You know. So okay, cool. Thank you for telling me about this VPN again. Oh, that would be cool. I could like, okay, I picked the wrong pencil for some reason, but yeah, I could like raise his cheeks up a bit. That could be cool. You gotta do it in like an old guy way, not like in a cute way or something. Yeah. It's like I'm old. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I'm old. He's like old, but he's fit. So he's quite strong. Because he stays active. But he'd be old. What games are you playing? I got my PS5 and I have been jamming Zombie Army and Call of Duty Online. Still playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm trying to finish it before the new one comes out. I am kind of not playing much of anything right now. I only play like 2 games right now. I play a game on my phone sometimes called Teppen. It's like a card game similar to Yu-Gi-Oh, except it's not Yu-Gi-Oh. Kind of pick one of the Street Fighter characters or the Capcom characters that they have available. There's 4 different colors you can pick for different attributes and stuff like that. And, you go at it like that. They allow you like 30 cards to have in your deck. And, they have like stuff like monster cards and magic cards, if you will. Matches only last for 5 minutes or less. And, whatever server they're using for the game, it probably has the best online I've ever experienced in like anything. Like, it gets you a match within 5 to 7 seconds, at least for me. 5 to 7 seconds. You just left a match, you go back into the part, you wait 5 to 7 seconds, and it's like, alright, cool, we're connecting you to your next match. It's that good. I wish fighting game community stuff was that good, but honestly, I know that they're trying to put way more information into their games than a card game, I assume. Other than that game or those ones, I've been playing Soul Calibur off and on. Soul Calibur 6. Though me and my friends have realized it definitely has some problems, I still enjoy it, and I still end up playing it from time to time. I don't think I'm that good at that game, though, but I do enjoy it. Fighting cards. Can you type it out? Teppen? Almost. Teppin, I believe. Or it's Teppen. One of those. Now, why don't I know exactly how to spell it? I don't even know. I don't even have the answer. I played it a lot. Let's see. Okay. Teppen. There we go. Oh, the Behelit does actually scream, Tavon? Oh, man. I wonder what it... See, that's why manga's better, man. Because you can read it and just make the sound in your head, but your sound would be based off how it looks when it's screaming. So it would find a way to fit, you know? You know I'm old, right? Because I'm old. You see it? I expect it to be more high pitched. It's more of a deep howl. Yeah, but that's like how they interpret it. I wonder. I wonder if I don't even know if they got to that part in the 1997 anime, and a part of me believes that Miura must have been some type of way involved in that because of how well it was translated. I could be wrong, but something makes me feel like he might have been a part of that, like paying attention to it. Shoulder or deltoid, I believe, right? Bicep, tricep. Try that again. Shoulder. Here. Nah, I'm gonna leave that out for now. Weird. Oh, it's because of this, maybe? Okay, there we go. So why does it feel like this pencil changed? Or is it because I wasn't really using this pencil before? Is it mechanical pencil? No. Darker pencil. Should be this one. Holy crap. My brain right now. Yeah, these were more of a deep line work joint, like line work wise. The other ones were not as deep. Turn this off. Cool. Oh, okay, there we go. Alright. Where are we at? Been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Cool. More to do. This shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, it's mainly just those two games that I've been playing. Every now and then I play some Soul Calibur with friends, because honestly, there's so much they need to fix in the game that it doesn't feel as fun playable as it should be, because for a lot of the video games that's fighting oriented right now, they've been kind of just putting out games where they want it to work more for tournaments and like offline play. So they didn't put enough effort into the online play, I'd say. And because of that, it's just better to play those games with friends. Like, don't even get on the game unless you're practicing or something like that, or your friends want to play at the same time, because the online is bad. So trying to play online is like, how many people can I defeat who are gonna have a strategy that just works because you're online? How many people am I gonna fight because of that? Hmm. I was just checking out Teppen. Looks decent. I was watching the Japanese gameplay at first and then realized, oh, this can't be. Probably change this around just a bit to make this pose a bit more lifelike, I guess. Feels a bit boring to me. I get the concept, but don't understand. I guess the main characters. Basically, the main characters you pick, that's kind of like your overall deck strategy. They come with like a super, if you will. And that super could be something like for Ryu, he has 3 supers that you can pick from for each person. For each Ryu player, right? One, he can activate his super and hit something for 7 points. Something on the field, right? The other one is he can pick a card that's on his field and give it the option to hit combo, which means it'll hit twice, obviously. Or it'll attack twice and do double damage, right? And then the third one is that he activates his ability, and all the cards in your hand and on the field basically can take 1 extra point of damage if they are damage-taking cards. And that's how that works. Like, each character you pick has at least that many, 3, that they can kind of choose from. And that's it's kind of how that goes, essentially. So there are defense and damage cards. Yes. Well, actually, defense, right? There is no defense in that game. You have defense points, but you can't, like, put them in defense mode. You put them on the field, and if they have the ability to attack, it starts to attack. It goes across the field. You don't have to tell it to attack. It's going to do it automatically. So in a way, it's like a fighting game similarly, because, like, something is happening as soon as you put it on the field, usually, unless it says otherwise. Can you not have both? Are there rules for summoning or equipment cards? Basically, you sacrifice a certain amount of points every time you play something, right? The most amount of points you can have when it comes to being able to play something is 10. When you first start off, the match starts off with 4, with like 4 mana, right? And as the seconds go past, mana goes up. Most people usually wait until both people have 10 mana before they start throwing things on the field, because it takes away your ability to be able to play anything else, you know, when you need to. Yeah, I saw it. It's like you have a cooldown time. Yeah, and now I understand how to attack directly. There's multiple ways to attack directly. Get across the field, hit someone. If your card has the ability to, what is it called? If your card has the ability to, I forget the name of it right now, but essentially when you attack, some cards have the ability to kind of like be like, yo, if my attack is higher than your defense, I can kind of just go through you and hit subtract for life points and stuff like that. What is that called actually? I forget the name of the ability on the cards. Deal direct damage. Oh yeah, you can definitely deal direct damage as well. Ryu is essentially like a burn deck. You're going after the field, destroying things, and you're going directly at the opponent's life point. And that's what I play. I play Ryu. I think his head's too small here. I think that's the problem with what this is. It's either that or his eyes are too... Play Birdie. Birdie's not in the game, but that's cool. If only Birdie was. I don't know. Oh, you meant to say that boy. I got it. I think that's what you meant to say. So now I feel like his arm should be a little longer there. So here, it's coming through this pocket. I have this split here. Sorry for the non-talking for a bit. Just been in the zone for a little while. Alright, let's see here. I think this is about done here. Just making sure the shapes are a bit more readable. So I'm definitely going to go over a certain amount of things, but I'm trying to do some of it now. There we go. I think the eyes are still too small though, honestly. That's what's throwing me off. I think that's a little better. Alright. I feel like... Okay, so we're looking at this guy, he's sideways. Now, okay, so what I can do is kind of like... Actually, let's go over here. What I can do is kind of like this. And we can just kind of like... Something like that, right? That's what I'm gonna do with that scene. There we go, and gonna go ahead and put this collar joint here, which goes about there. Right, and this character actually has more like sharp ears, so I'll try and see if I can make it like that a little bit more, like straight lines or something. You wouldn't see that from that angle. Like this, that. Hairline. Like the head's a little flat here. And kind of want to round this a bit more for his cheek. That could be pretty cool. I'm gonna actually tilt his head looking upwards so we can follow his line of sight. So these other things going on here. And kind of also gonna extend his head up a bit as well. That way he should be he's looking at these characters over here, but also it should go across essentially, right? That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Can't see exactly where he's looking. You know, his eyes somewhere over here. He's looking over here, right? Okay, I'm done. Alright, stuff. But yeah, we know he's looking over here. He still have the head position and everything there. He's got this. More of that. And then we have these guys walking in the distance or whatever over here. Also, I see that there's a panel border here. So that means I need to indicate what he's seeing actually more so around here. So I think I want to do something where this lines up a bit. Okay, and I know that I wanted to have, right, I wanted to have my king going here. Like that. I have Halo essentially trailing behind a bit. Okay, so this should work pretty well. I'll need to touch that stuff back there. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna leave it for today. Not the fastest, but definitely effective, right? I think we worked on about 2-ish pages today, 2.5. Technically, yeah. So that's pretty decent. I think so. But yeah, before I go, I'm gonna say it again. If you guys are new here and you enjoy the content, if you enjoy watching someone break down comic book paneling and artwork and stuff like that, or if you just want to chill with someone and hang out and work on your own art, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out a stream at 9 p.m. every weekday at this point. So you definitely subscribe and whatnot, and I guess as all the other streamers or YouTubers say, turn the bell on so that you don't miss the stream. That way, if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, I can definitely answer your questions and see what you guys are up to. What else? What else should I say? I'm enjoying how this is coming out. It's always cool when you have something in your head and you can get it on paper. And I'm enjoying how this is turning out. I know that I'm going to be going back and going over backgrounds and props and making sure they're up to par because they're that important to me. I know that right now what I want to focus on is getting my characters' expressions and emotes and poses and things of that nature correct, so that you, the reader, can feel how they feel in each moment. If I can properly do that the way I'd like to. Other than that, yeah, gonna be going back and making sure that I put things where they're supposed to be. But yeah, on that note, everyone, be safe, take care of yourselves, and get some rest when you can. I think I end the stream differently like every time because I still don't have like a way to properly end the stream. It's fine. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is only, what is today? Right? It's Wednesday, and I have 2 more streams. Yeah, I have 2 more streams this week, and then Saturday and Sunday is gonna be my off time. And then I'll be back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Altrodesi, and I'm out. Wait, should I? Nah. Is that good one? Is that good enough? I don't know. See you guys later, people. Peace.